and I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area, and someone likes the San Francisco Bay Area. Are you from there?
Yeah.
Where? Santa
Clara.
Santa Clara. Okay, I was in Mountain View and Los Altos. Correct?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, in the house. What I started to do when I came back from a scholarship in Sweden as an undergraduate to go to the University of Uppsala in Sweden, where I discovered a completely different way that children were honored every day in the society. I'm going to give you some watchwords, and they may not be yours. You may find better ways to remind yourself when you're getting 3 no's in a row and no yeses in a day. It's all about no's and yeses in advocacy, that there are things we have to remind ourselves of. So I want you to repeat after me probably the key phrase that any good advocate needs to keep in their back pocket or the back of their brain or someplace in their brain. And I want to hear you say this back to me, okay? The phrase is, I will not take no for an answer. Can I hear you all say that to me back?
I will not take no for an answer.
Wow, you said it with feeling. That is exactly what I'm looking for. A round of applause for everybody here. That's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful, because we need to feel as child advocates that there's a maybe couched in every no. That if one person, one decision maker or gatekeeper can't say yes to us, that at that time we haven't provided them with enough material and made enough good connection with that individual. Or in the alternative, there might be someone else who also is in the line of decision making or gatekeeping that can get us to the same point, that might be more able to work with us to make change. Okay? So I will not take no for an answer needs to be at the core of our being, because I'm here to tell you the other watchword is, sadly, there are many more no's than yeses, and we must keep our egos in child advocates around the world. Everyone has in them the ability to be an advocate for children. And many of you, just as teachers or would-be teachers, are in a position where you can conduct remarkable advocacy every day of your lives from here on. And I know you're probably all doing it to this juncture as well. Having been in Reggio, you see how the programs there really focus on a form of advocacy related to children and families in the culture and in the society. And one of the things I'd like to offer today is, I'm sure all of you have become fluent or nearly fluent in Italian. So we're going to do a little exchange where I'll ask you words in Italian and I'll give you the Swedish word related to that. Okay, so that's what we'll do today. But what I want to do really, in having you understand that my life, my passion, my work, and my mission over the last, well, too many years to count. I keep telling people I was 5 years old when I started ICRI as the third organization that I started, with 1 desk and 1 telephone in Oakland, California. And now I'm proud to say we've had the great joy of working in 58 countries. And it was probably more than 2 years that we've been doing this, right? So the issue really to us is, how do we make change for children every day? How do we get to a point where it is natural within a society, within a culture, within a country, within a small ethnic or religious group out living in a remote area in Malaysia or in rural Africa? How do we know that children are protected and nurtured and supported and given the opportunity to grow to their full potential every day? How do we know that? How can we make that happen? So advocacy to us in all of its forms is a means to an end. It's that which we can do every day if we're conscious, if we stay connected to our goals and objectives for children, one can say, that we can keep our eyes on the prize being healthy, highly stimulated, outside-the-box thinking, curious children who become the next generation of leaders in their countries, who become those people with confidence that lasts them for a lifetime.